What's up, everybody? It's your girl Kiwan, and I am back with Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 7, Episode 10 on the outs. Before I start, y'all make sure you like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video I drop. Make sure y'all like the video so I can stay in the algorithm, okay? All right. So the episode starts with Joy. She have a photo shoot for her lip line. She talks to, because she have Hot Topic and also Trina there. So she tells Trina, she hoped that Shay doesn't come and crash her event as she did over at Shay's event. And I just feel like she would be well within her rights if she did, because you just showed up at this lady event. You messed up her event. And now you want to say, oh, I hope she doesn't do the same thing to me. Well, I hope she does. Anyway, Trina was like, say what now? Because y'all know Trina wasn't in the know. I'm pretty sure she was. But again, we going to go with it. Trina didn't know what was going on. Joy is a bird. She's going to always and forever be a bird. She had displayed bird behavior this season. So Trina tells Joy that type of energy don't need to be at her event. Well, Trina, you should have had a conversation with your cousin just a while ago. At the end of the day, Gael lied. But at the same time, Joy wanted to was trying to figure out how she was going to usher in Homegirl. And in order to do that, she felt like she needed to make an enemy out of Shay in order to bring in Larissa. Anyway, Trina says Zoe Brinks reached out to her. She says Zoe has lost weight. If y'all had not followed Zoe, she does look good. She did lose a lot of weight. Trina tells the ladies that Zoe says she needed a reset, and now she wants to come back to Miami. So we'll see that she'll be back in a few episodes, I guess. I don't know. Zoe also asked Trina to do the remix on one of her songs, and Trina was like, okay, I think she said she was going to think about it, but I think Trina's going to end up doing it anyway. So Hot Topic is mad at Zoe for allowing Ching to make her leave. Ching left because she didn't have any support. And she was trying to figure her things out. I think if Ching would have stayed, she still would have been connected to that dirty ass dude that she was messing with, because y'all know I couldn't stand him. And the ladies think that Ching is a snake, but y'all don't know her, and y'all only know Zoe's side, which I felt like when it came to Zoe and Ching was all the way wrong, because Zoe wasn't telling you nothing wrong. You just was mad because you don't want nobody to tell you that you needed to give up Mr. Love after lockup. He is not a prize, and you kept trying to protect him, and you kept trying to justify and allow yourself to believe why you should stay with a two-time loser like Marquez. Anyway, Miami Tip is back. Confetti. If y'all must know, I do not like Miami Tip. Okay? She's back, and she said that Homeboy has been moving different. At this point, girl, we don't give a I can't speak for everybody. I can't even speak for my subscribers. But for me and a few of my subscribers, we don't give a damn. Okay? Hot Topic tells Miami Tip to follow her woman's intuition. So Shay meets with Waleek, and she apologizes to him. Then Waleek tells Shay, hey, you need to take some accountability for the way you treated me. And Shay was like, well, how did I treat you? And I'm just looking like, Shay, what? Like, you so evil, you're so immune to your own behavior that you think that your behavior is okay. And whatever man comes along, he has to match that same energy. You my girl are toxic. Anyway, she said she was feeling judged. I mean, I would judge you too. But at the same time, you don't want anybody to say anything to you because you want to continue to operate in that same behavior, which is trash. You too old for that. And yeah, you too humbuggish for me. Anyway, he was like, listen, I don't take no mess. I don't want to be a part of no mess. And he was like, if I was still the same person, I could have got into a lot of trouble, based on what was happening last night. Sir, how could you get into trouble with whatever was happening last night? Because it wasn't nothing but a bunch of women arguing. So, again, that goes back to my question. Do you hit women, or did you used to hit women or not? Anyway, Shay feels like she should be supported, and she left. And I was like, okay, girl. Okay. Called the man Steve Urkel and everything. Fine, Shay. Fine. So Michael is with Nadia and the baby, and he is questioning the baby's paternity. And I was like, how sad are you? How sad of you? How trash of you? Because you bit this lady down for 9 months without a rubber, and now you want to question the paternity of the baby just to satisfy Rada's insecurity. Okay, so he tells us that the Ghana woman told him she didn't want nobody to know that she was pregnant for him. And so right now that situation is up in the air that Rada still don't know anything about. But I'm pretty sure she knows, and she's probably going to find out. So Nadia is okay with receiving a bare minimum from Michael. She wants to know when can her and the baby move to Miami. And he was like, well, you can come every month. And she was like, I don't want to come every month. I want to move. Why would you want to move your kid down to Miami to people you don't even know? Like, y'all, these people make my nerves bad. Anyway, there is a knock on her door, and it is one of the employees from this DNA company wanting to get a DNA sample on the baby. She's pissed, visibly pissed. Nadia tells Michael the baby will grow up and see this. And I'm looking at Nadia like, girl, shut the fuck up. Because you really wasn't worrying about getting pregnant when you was letting him hit without a rubber. You wasn't worrying about none of that. You nor him took the time to use any preventative measures for you not to get pregnant. And now we're here. We're here. He don't want you. He don't want Rada. He just want what he wants. Anyway, next scene, Rocky and Ching. Rocky asked Ching, did she write any music? And Ching says she couldn't because of the baby. Rocky feels like Ching should have her baby everywhere with her, writing music here, there, everywhere. Her baby is a newborn. And I just feel like Rocky's understanding to Ching, having a baby, and you want her to just soar this career and move like she ain't never had a baby is trash to me. Like, lady, just I don't know if Rocky has kids or not. I don't know, and I don't care. But what I will say is Rocky feels like Ching should be on, like, speed time. Like, I don't know. She should just be just up and going. And I do feel like when I look at Ching, I feel like there is a bit, again, I have my purple book, but I am not equipped nor licensed to diagnose anybody. But Ching seemed like she got some got that, she may be postpartum. I don't know. And when you're postpartum, there are things that you don't want to do. So Rocky wants Ching to basically kiss Trina and Trick ass. I don't know why. Because if you wanted to put me in the right rooms, if you wanted to, like, I just don't feel like I need to go over here and kiss these people ass. I just need to be an artist. Like, you don't know any other persons out in Miami, and why do we have to be in Miami? I'm sorry, y'all. I keep doing that. It's so many questions I have. So Rocky talks to Ching about her behavior she displayed last year between her and Zoe Brinks. And Ching made it seem like, you know, she didn't do nothing wrong. Ma'am, you got upset with Zoe because you were sensitive to what she was saying. And I think Zoe was really coming from a good place. But because you one of those people, nobody can't say anything to you, and you think fat meat ain't greasy, guess what? You're going to go out and do something stupid. And you have. You got into it with people all because of you. You couldn't control your emotions. And you was trying to be a better version of Zoe. You was trying to take her spotlight. You was trying to shine. You felt like you was the better person to shine more than Zoe, which is probably why you became her friend. Which to me is trash. And why you're in, and this is why you're in a situation you're in. And I don't feel bad for you. Anyway, Miami tells everybody that Chuck has been cheating on her and she's losing her son. And I'm like, girl, your son going down to school. What Chuck did to you, she said Chuck was using her for a storyline. He looked like he trash. And she said she wouldn't put that on her worst enemy. But you have somehow made Amada your enemy just in a matter of seconds. Because she had a trash individual that you knew, but you kept harping on this storyline. So now you're in the same position Amada is in. And at this point, do I feel sorry for her? I do not. Do I care? I absolutely do not. I don't. I'm glad this happened. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't be fake about it. Anyway, so she started crying. And when we met him, which was a couple episodes ago, she said that they have been together off and on. So you are used to being with him, breaking up with him, being with him, breaking up with him. So none of this is new to you. You just constantly allowing him to play in your face every time. That's what it sounds like. Anyway, she thinks that, I think I said this, but she thinks that it's karma for being in Amada's business. And now she feels the way Amada feels. And again, it ain't no fun when a rabbit got the gun. That's all I'm going to say. Shay is walking with a face full of makeup, waiting for her mama so she can have a conversation with her mama. So Shay's mom confronts her about Walik. Her mom found out what happened from Walik's auntie. I'm sorry, y'all. And Shay said she felt like she was being judged by him. And her mama was like, your problem is you just want a roughneck. Shay was like, she felt like Walik should have had her back. And again, that goes back to one of my questions. How do you feel like he should have had your back? What do you think he should have done? Because him trying to calm you down was the only thing I felt like he could have done in that moment. Because it was very apparent that all you wanted to do was fight. You saw red and you wanted to fight. You have no control over your emotions. You want a man to always be in the midst of a fight with you. But it's crazy to me. So, her mama was like, listen, I don't like how you handle the situation, and you're always making a moment to blame everybody except for you. So Shay at this point is mad. She was like, this is why I turn to men to protect me, because you or my dad has never had my back. And I'm just looking at Shay like, wow, you really need intense therapy. You need intense therapy to have a man to fill the role of a certain role that your mom and dad just didn't fill for you. And protecting, for me, I feel like when it comes to Shay, when she says she wants somebody to protect her, she wants somebody to go along with her bullshit. And I think that's just where it starts and where it stops. Like, you've been fighting since whenever, and that's all you want to do is just fight. Like, girl. Anyway, her mama was like, I'm tired of you embarrassing me. Well, I don't know. Shay thinks her mom is on Joy's side, and it's like her mama kept telling her, I think her mama said like 3 times, you're not listening. And she doesn't. When she, even in verbal conflict with her mom, she doesn't listen. She's not listening to reason. You're not trying to even step back and be reasonable. I feel like in that moment when those 2 ladies came in, I would have just told security to just escort them out. It doesn't even I'm not even trying to put up a fight with anybody. Escort them out. I'm going to stand back here and y'all take care of them. But I want them out. Point blank in the period. So, Rada meets with Michael. Michael is the father of the baby. Rada is pissed. Why are you pissed? I don't know, because you signed up to be with a man who is sleeping with other women. You signed up for that. You didn't mind him doing that. And while you're sleeping with other people, there is a possibility that there is a disease that can happen, or there is a baby that can come about. Anyway, Rada tells Michael to have self-control and use a rubber. And I'm just like, Rada just gets stupider by the minute. You don't hear yourself. You're still letting him know that it is okay for him to sleep with other women as long as they don't bring a baby. Because if he does not use protection, in your mind, that solidifies that he's in a full relationship with somebody else. But if he's using protection, they not in a relationship, he just messing around. Like, you know how that sound out loud? Like, out loud. So even in your brain, that's crazy. Anyway, Rada wants respect and love from Michael. And you want respect from a man who you've allowed to disrespect you from day one. Rada, get out my face, because I don't feel bad for you or your tears either. Okay? So Rada tells Michael that Nadia wants to move to Miami, because he was like, I might as well tell her she already mad at me. And the fact that you can just allow this man to consistently play in your face is amazing to me. So Rada was like, I don't give and he was like, Rada doesn't want her here. She's okay with him going to wherever Rada is, but she don't need to come here. And again, it's you keeping this man away from his kid. You have stayed with a man who is a known cheater. He's a cheater. He's not going to do right by you. Like, so having these conversations is redundant to me, because there is no resolve. Nothing is going to change. He's going to do what he wants to do. Like, lady, just leave. It makes us, you will feel so much better if you left. You will feel so much better if you can just co-parent. You will feel so much better if you will co-parent. And whatever he does with the lady Nadia on the other side of town, that's between them. Anyway, Miami have a conversation with Chuck. She was just letting him know how she felt. He was like, this why we can't talk, because I can't get a word in. And I'm just looking like, I don't give a damn, because Miami, whatever you get is whatever the hell you get. Ma'am, you've been a hell on wheels since last season, and now you and your man done broke up. Now you want to sit in front of us and cry. Girl, please. She then tells him, You know how long it's been since I got on my knees and prayed to God? And I was like, girl, no ma'am. Okay? My God is a jealous God and wants no one before him. You ain't been praying? Girl, no wonder you've been... I'm sorry, y'all. My daughter and my son is going this way there. You've been acting like you've been doing the most. Okay? No wonder you act like you ain't have no sense. Because you ain't been praying. Okay? Like, I don't understand. So anyway, he wants to apologize and make it right. Then we get to Joy and Boots event. Hot Topic and Bobby, they decide they wanted to coexist, I guess. Heaven is back. Ching Diamond show up. She tried to get to the event to smooth things over with the lady. She spoke. She tried to speak with Joy, bum ass. Joy just didn't even speak, didn't look at her. Like, Joy, at this point, I just do not like Joy. Joy need her ass whooped. And they started to get into it. They talked about how she tried to play Zoe. And it's like, again, I get it, but y'all only taking Zoe's side. And it is all, Trina was like, it's always some drama with y'all. Heaven decided she wanted to do the Christian thing and check on Ching. Joy comes back outside with Hot Topic and asks why she's still here. They was about to tussle, and this is where the episode ended. And that is all I got. Okay? They have got on my nerves for 60 minutes. This is your girl, Kiwan, reminding you to keep showing up, keep growing, stay true to yourself, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.